500 balazos.
All right, let's do this. This is going to be the Menso My Smart Podcast, episode 26. That's a lot of episodes that I put out. Holy fuck. All right. So yeah, the Menso My Smart Podcast, episode 26. I'm here with Eddy. I'm your host, Pedro. And it's going to be another fun episode. Today we're recording on Thursday. So this episode for sure is going to drop maybe Friday, maybe Sunday. I'm aiming for Sunday, so if you're listening, this is going to be on a Sunday morning where this episode comes out. So yeah, just like usual, we're going to go step by step on our weeks, and then we're going to get into topics and stuff like that. So do you want to go first?
Yeah, bro. Still on my diet. Still, dude, I hit a mark on my weight that I'm proud of. So I'm under the 220s now, so that feels good. Because I was a pretty heavy dude. Dude, I hung out with an old friend, and last minute we took shrooms.
When did you take shrooms?
On Sunday, bro.
What's today? Thursday.
Yeah.
You're still on them.
I'm still on it. I'm tripping, bro. Yeah, it was funny because he came over, and we were drinking beer, and then my sister and her boyfriend were hanging out with us. But we were all just hanging out, and jokingly they were like, "Hey, y'all want to take shrooms? I got some shrooms." And I was like, I looked at him and I was like, fuck it, bro. He's never done it before. And so she was just fucking around, and but 10 minutes later the plug dropped him off. And then yeah, bro, I was just like, what the fuck? It was interesting.
That's a fast plug. 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Web Chapel. The plug is your neighbor. He just had to find it, put it in a Ziploc bag, weigh it. Here you go.
There should be a fucking app for that shit.
5 minutes was him weighing it and putting it in the Ziploc bag. 5 minutes was walking down the street. That's nice. And then how'd that go? So before Sunday, you said Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So before Sunday, when was the last time that you took shrooms?
A long time ago. Years ago. Months ago. Years ago. Yeah, years ago.
Like 3 years?
It's been a while. Yeah, I don't even remember how long it's been.
Okay, so how was that experience of that Sunday kicking in?
It was funny, bro, because earlier that day I had been day drinking and shit. So I was hanging out with another group of friends, and we're just like drinking at different restaurants and shit throughout the day. So whenever he hit me up and I hadn't seen him in a while, I was like, yeah, just come over. Because we called it a night early because the Cowboys were playing. That's why we were out drinking and shit at restaurants. But it had been a long ass time. So I was already drunk. So whenever they offered it, I was like, fuck it. Why not? So the funny thing about it was that whenever we were tripping, we all stepped outside. And for some reason, dude, I was petting the grass for like a good 10 minutes, bro.
Petting the grass?
Yeah. So like, hear me out. Petting it because I wanted to lay down, right? And I didn't want to lay down in the bed of the truck, because that shit has those like ridges on it. I didn't want to lay down on that. And so I was like petting the grass to see what side of it was the fluffiest, bro. For like 10 minutes straight. I did our yard, and then I did a little bit of the neighbor's yard. Because he's got some good ass grass, dude. And then it's funny because my friend who he's never done shrooms, he was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, dude, I want to lay down. This shit looks fluffy as fuck.
Petting the grass. What grass did you end up choosing?
The neighbor's yard, bro.
Neighbor's yard.
Well, I laid down in the neighbor's yard because it looked fluffy. It felt fluffy. And then I laid down. That shit was weak. Weak ass grass, bro.
On your grass?
That shit bent.
Yeah. But on the neighbor's grass, it was
the neighbor's grass was weak.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to my grass, and I thought it was going to be less comfy, but my grass was more built, bro.
Yeah. Looks were deceiving.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
And then, were you the only one that took shrooms, or who else?
No, so it was me, my friend, and my sister's boyfriend.
How did that go? What was the interaction like?
He, the first thing, the main thing that I can remember about my friend feeling the actual trip was that when we stepped outside, he looked at the sky, and we live in the city, Web Chapel area and shit. So there's a bunch of lights. You can't really look at the stars. And for like 30 minutes, he was like, dude, if you look really hard, you can see all the fucking stars.
You gotta look. Did you see all the stars?
I mean, he was seeing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, bro.
Were there any? Did you see any?
I mean, there were stars, but not like, I didn't think it was like exaggerated.
He was looking really hard.
Yeah.
Maybe just like how you were pitting the grass, and then that's just what you felt, and that's just what he saw.
Yeah, but then my sister's boyfriend, he took more than us. He was like, yeah, there's a lot of stars out tonight. So I'm guessing they felt it more than I did. But then he was just like, dude, if I keep looking at the stars, they keep twirling. And I was like,
Oh, it sounds like a nice trip.
yeah, bro. But
How long did it last?
It lasted like, for me, my peak where like I felt it the strongest and then it started coming down was probably like after the 30 minutes that it took for it to kick in, it lasted like another hour and then it started going down.
So was it like microdosing a little bit?
Yeah, I didn't take a full gram. I didn't take it because that was the last of the plug had. So I think he had, was it like 2 grams, 2 point something? And so my sister's boyfriend was really trying to feel it. So he took like most of it. And then me and my friend split the other half.
And then how do you think you felt after? Like after it all relaxed? Like the next day, Monday, when you woke up in the morning?
I wasn't hungover, bro, because I had been drinking all day.
Mm-hmm.
All damn day. I wasn't hungover at all.
But like mentally from taking the shrooms, how did you feel?
It was, honestly, I didn't feel too crazy.
Because you seem more relaxed.
Shut the fuck up.
No, even in your voice, you seem more relaxed.
That's because we sipping on some.
No, but like I'm being serious. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, honestly, the next day I just felt like have you ever had just such a good ass sleep and you just wake up feeling refreshed?
Yeah.
That's what it was. But I only slept like a little bit.
Well, I mean, I could tell. You seem a lot more relaxed. Way more. Like you seem chill. Not all jittery and all just, hyper for no reason. You just seem more like calm and at peace at the moment. Have you thought about microdosing to see what it does for you?
Yeah, bro. So the first time it was brought up to me, bro, was because my roommate, he was a shroom plug at the time, and he would always microdose in the mornings.
Press the button at the bottom, the little one at the bottom one time. Press it. Yeah, and then.
And he was always microdosing, and he's like, "Hey, bro," because I work a corporate ass job, and he was like, "Hey, you should microdose in the mornings with your coffee." And I was like, "Nah, fuck that, bro." Like I wasn't with it, I just thought I'd be out of it. And he's like, "Nah, dude. Literally, all the people that I deliver to in the Oakland area work professional ass jobs, and all of them microdose, bro. Like you should just do it." I've thought about it. I've never done it. I've never been like open to like, I don't know. I'm just kind of pussy, to be honest. It's like,
but you've done drugs.
Yeah, but like to do drugs while in my corporate job, I don't know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying?
So like, right now, do you like your corporate job? You like it because it pays the bills, but do you like being there?
It's in the middle.
It's in the middle. So it's not a yes.
Yeah, it's not a yes. Middle.
So
I hope they don't hear
maybe
this.
What you just need is a microdose.
Maybe.
But just take micro of whatever the microdose is, Last thing you want to do is microdose, but then it's, it just hit you different because it's some potent stuff. And then you're in the fucking thing giving out loans when you know what? Life moves on. You're accepted. And then you just fuck it all up for everybody else.
Right.
But it seems like a good idea if that's what you feel like you need. Honestly, because if you feel like maybe your job is just miserable to a certain extent, maybe just try microdosing to get by the day. And then maybe that'll just help you appreciate that you even have the job. Imagine how many people apply for your job and they say, nah, you're not qualified.
Right.
But then you over here not liking it, you're qualified.
Shit.
You're worth the money.
I didn't know I wasn't going to dislike it eventually.
Yeah. I think that's what goes on with any job. They eventually, once the steadiness of the promotion stops happening, or like the raise, because there's like a peak to how much they're gonna pay you. Once you hit that peak, it's like, okay, so what the fuck is gonna go on from now? Because so what's a promotion for you at this point? A manager?
Well, it's weird because the way the company works, there's like different departments that I can even go to, which is like a new job, but it's a promotion. It's not like a promotion in the way that, hey, this position is for you. It's more like you look at the website, oh, I want to do this. You apply for it.
But I mean like them promoting you. That's what I'm, in general, like, you do this for years and they promote you to a manager.
No,
What
see,
would be a promotion for you?
no, that's the thing. The way that the company's set up, bro.
They don't like promoting you.
No, they don't do promotions. They like let you do it at your own pace, and you apply for the positions.
Have you?
What do you mean?
Have you applied for their higher paying positions?
I have, dude.
And they are like, nah,
Boy,
we'd rather not. We're gonna take our expertise to somebody that's brand new that does not know anything about the company.
somebody who has a full degree.
Sorry, we're gonna hire for this position somebody with no experience, but it just so happens to be that he's friends with one of the person that works in the corporate offices.
Right? Usually that's how it goes, dude.
Yeah, he doesn't know absolutely nothing about banking or anything in the area of how this works, but he's like really good friends with him, and he hasn't had a job in 2 years, so we're gonna give him a shot rather than you that has been putting in work. See, shit like that always bothers me. That's why people always quit their job, because that's usually what happens. A lot of the times, people that get the promotion don't deserve the promotion, but who gets the promotion is the guy that just either kisses a lot of ass or just is friends with whoever, and then boom, they get the promotion. You could be putting in all the work, extra work, a lot of work, but they're like, nah, we need you where you are right now. It's just we don't have a lot of people at the moment.
Oh, I started a new job too, bro.
How's that going?
Bro, let me tell you, dog.
Well, I would hope that you would tell me.
These motherfuckers balling, bro. Like shot calling, dude. Like, so I'm working as a busser / server,
Right.
and then it's a pretty not like super high end Fogo de Chao type shit.
Fogo de Chao?
Fogo de Chao.
What is that? Fogo de Chao.
Or however you say it.
No, I don't even know what you're trying to say.
It's a Brazilian steakhouse, dude.
Fogo de Chao? Here? In Dallas?
Yeah.
Where is it?
There's a few. There's the one that I know is in Addison.
How do you say it again?
Fogo de Chao.
Fogo de Chao. And then?
Why you sound Asian, bro?
Isn't it Asian? Oh, you said it's Brazilian. Fogo de Chao. No, that sounds Japanese.
What?
Fogo de Chao. Fogo de Chao. You betray me, I kill your whole family.
What the fuck?
And they keep talking with their lips.
Some anime shit starts happening, bro.
The fucking voice isn't synced up with what I'm saying. Fogo de Chao.
Nah, bro, but it's like a high end ass restaurant. Like you'll easily spend a good $200 for like you and someone else. That Fogo de Chao place or whatever.
Fogo de Chao. That sounds so fucking friendly and nice. Fogo, have you been there? You've been there, right?
I've been there. Yeah, it's pretty nice, dude. I mean, it's
Why were you there?
Just
You took somebody on a date?
just eating. Nah.
No?
Hell nah.
You just went there by yourself?
No, dude. I actually went. The first time I ever went was because one of my clients actually invited me out to dinner. So I was like, all right, fuck it.
One of your clients?
Yeah.
And they took you to Fogo de Chao?
Yeah, because
Was it a woman?
No.
It was a guy.
Yeah, bro. Very
Did
wealthy
he ever give any? Oh, very wealthy man.
sugar daddy, papi.
And you went to dinner just you and him?
No. So it was me, him, and then another banker at the location that I was at.
So he what? Really?
Yeah, it's just he was like real cool people.
And
bro.
you know, be trying to make friends with him so that way you can eventually take advantage of the friendship.
Dude, of course that's like a friend, right? Well, he at the time, but I feel like if I see him now, he'll be like, "Hey, what's up?" Because he would like always come in asking for us whenever he needed to do shit, right?
Right.
And it's got to the point where he would invite us to dinner,
Right.
and take us to those kind of places, like.
But then it's never to the point where he wants to show you like, I think he took you to dinner so he can see what type of person you really are. Because if you're really about that life, he would have taken you everywhere with him, doing drugs, doing all kinds of stuff, fucking, prostitution, escorts left and right, just having fun.
When I last stopped talking to him, he had just bought a private jet.
Oh, that rich.
Now he's fucking wealthy.
Yeah,
he's fucking wealthy.
once you get to the jet, you just got bored of the properties in your area.
Bro, the house that he had just gotten built was like $2.3 million, and he paid for it cash.
Yeah, at that point, he's just bored of what he sees with his eyes. He likes images, so he goes to wherever he sees. A jet, that's a whole different life.
Yeah, this guy. He's fucking like humble as fuck, bro.
Yeah, because the gas in the jet costs more than whatever I make a year.
Right.
One flight.
Shit.
One flight. The gas alone is probably gonna cost whatever I make in a year.
Isn't like the typical flight like a $30,000 expense?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
Yep. It is. That plane itself is fucking maybe 50 million, 100 million.
Nah, shut the fuck up, bro.
No, for real, it is.
Nah, I doubt it.
It is.
Nah, dude. Nah.
You want okay? Because you always doubt me. Do you want to bet right now? And I will do my Googles to see how much a average private jet costs to own.
Oh, the average private jet. No, no.
What, we're gonna do the cheapest so that way you can win?
Yeah, of course.
No,
yeah, my favorite. No.
Let's go on average.
No. So like you said, cost to own. So that includes like expenses, daily expenses. Like for the actual plane itself. Yeah, I don't think it's 50 million.
How much do you think it is?
I think you could find a good private jet for like a good meal.
Okay. All right. How much does a private jet, how much does a private jet cost? Private jet to own. Private jet. There we go. All right, let's see. Emirates.
Emirates.
All this is to fucking request bookings. Okay. The price of a brand new, here we go. The price of a brand new private jet ranges from 3 million to 90 million.
What the fuck?
All right, here we go. For perspective, a pre-owned Gulfstream G650ER. So if you don't know what that is, you're not in my tax bracket. I know exactly what type of plane that is. The company's flagship private jet costs $33.5 million to $49 million on the Gulfstream website with extras, whatever. All right. So 9 million, you're going to get yourself like a little fucking rotator bucket that holds 2 passengers. Then you probably only you and the pilot can fit in. A private jet is super expensive.
That's fucking crazy.
So that just lets me know. That's what I'm saying. For him to buy a private jet is a whole new life.
Yeah, man.
Because you're not about to spend 90% of your wealth on a private jet. That just means that you have so much money. You don't know what the fuck to do because you're tired of first class. You're tired of all this. I want a private jet. I'm bored in life. You should have taken advantage of that. You should have been like, hey, man, you want to do some coke? And I promise you he would have said yes. Then after that, he would have been like, I fuck with this guy heavy. Right. Let's hang out all the time.
You know, and like to add to it, like his nephews would come around and I think he was Cuban, bro. And you could tell like he was like all about family and taking care of family and shit.
Right.
And so when his nephews would come around to the bank and shit.
Right.
They would always pull up in like foreigns, bro. Like, there was one that would always bring this Rolls Royce that was fucking beautiful, bro. It had like a black top. It was white all around. It was
that's
fucking
his
badass.
Nephews.
Yeah, bro. And I was just like, what?
That's goals, man. That's goals. I hope one of my deals makes it. I don't want to put in the work. I hope one of them make it.
Shit, I'm right there with you, bro.
I'm gonna fucking take care of everybody. Hola, tío. Hey, I was just wondering if I could borrow your car. Yeah, just, you know what? Just keep it.
Right.
It's been in the garage in that house. I have like 10 houses. If only that was the case, you know, everything would be a lot better. The studio would be a lot cheaper. Holy shit.
Right. He'd probably purchase us a house to actually record it and shit.
You know, I've seen a whole bunch of, like, from the people that have followed the podcast, you know, I follow them back and everything, and I've seen their stories, and I've seen a whole bunch of people like are in Dallas, and they rent out some studio spaces in downtown in one of those high-rise buildings. A lot of those fucking, when you see those high-rise buildings in downtown, a lot of those floors are just empty, full-on empty, because nobody really gets them. Because if you get them, you know, you gotta have something going on. But by that point, you rent out like a building. Because you can rent out an actual building somewhere like in Garland and Rowlett and Richardson for the same exact price that one of them fucking rooms would cost.
Damn.
But that seems like fucking goals to have that. Because you can just imagine if I had a studio right there, right? And then we'd just be sitting talking, but then it's like open windows all around us. But you just see the whole fucking downtown view of Dallas.
I would love that shit.
And then right next door is like the green fucking lights of that one building. Wouldn't that be
Oh,
nice?
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
just we just here and then boom, fucking open ass windows. That's what I saw, and I was like, dude, that I wouldn't even put any furniture in there. Just two chairs in the background is the fucking aesthetics of this whole look.
Some fucking what is it called? Them lawn chairs, bro.
No, like no lie. I would only bring one camera. Like I don't give a fuck. That seems like such an awesome, peaceful place to be at. But I'm sure the drive would be a bitch to fucking even get there.
Dude, to fit in the parking garage.
Yeah.
Fuck
and
that.
then boom, you got to leave. Drive all the way back home. Even if you could afford it, I feel like at a certain point, it's fun for like the first week, but then then it's gonna be like the fucking drive sucks. To get there sucks. To find the parking sucks. To leave there sucks. To take the equipment maybe back home if you want to sucks. To a certain point, you're gonna get like a fucking area close by and just rent that out instead.
I feel like with those kind of places though, it's like valet service and shit. It's probably not that bad. Like it's probably like you probably won't even want to leave. You could probably walk downstairs and be at wherever the fuck you need to be at.
Deep Ellum.
Deep Ellum, Uptown, Whole Foods, whatever.
Yeah, that'd be fun to have like a little spot like that. Eventually, that's the goal.
Hell
to
yeah.
have a little spot like that and just to have like creative minds and stuff like that.
Infinity pools and shit.
Well, I
would love that.
What is that? Where you just swim and you stay in the same spot?
It's the pools that don't ever end.
Yeah, like you're swimming like the lazy river, how it just goes and goes and goes. The infinity pool. No, you're laughing at me.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke.
No.
You don't know what an infinity pool is?
That's the infinity. I've seen those. Athletes use them, right?
No, the infinity pool is the pools at the
Michael
edges.
Phelps.
The edges, they don't look like the end.
Oh, and then the water just drops off and then just comes back in. That's what they call them, infinity pools?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, there's so many reasons why it's not an infinity pool, but I see it. Because if I try swimming, I'm gonna fucking die.
No, there's a glass that blocks you, bro.
That's not infinity, motherfuckers.
No, bro.
Let me buy this infinity pool and there's a fucking glass that blocks me.
Yeah, that's a look.
Yeah, it's a nice look too. I bet, but holy shit, I didn't know. So what do you call those pools that you can just swim forever?
The lazy river.
No, that's the river.
Yeah, but it's a lazy river pool.
Okay, you know what? That's why.
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about. That you can swim forever.
Yeah, fucking athletes use it. Lazy river pool.
That you can swim forever, or it's just like a big circle, or what?
Wow. What the fuck is this shit? All right. Anyways,
Hawaiian Falls.
Yeah. And then what else has been going on in your week other than you just falling into drug addiction, hating your job?
Next time you're gonna see me shooting heroin. What? Nah, just kidding.
That'll be so good to talk about.
Hell nah, boy. Oh my. You know what, Eddie? I have a plug. You down to try it? Just so we could talk about it?
I'm gonna pray on it.
Boy, you're fucked up. That's funny.
And then anything else going on?
Nah, that's it. That's pretty much it for me, bro. What's up with you?
What's up with you? See, I already know your rotation.
What's up with you?
I already know your rotation. So basically what's been going on is the same fucking thing. So we only recorded the last podcast on Saturday. Today's Thursday. So not much has been going on. My clavicle has been feeling about the same. I feel like it's getting better. But yeah, I definitely feel like I am gaining a lot of muscle back. So that's another blessing. So, that's going along. My diet's going better and stronger. Hopefully I get my abs back by the end of the month. That's what I'm aiming for. That way, once, the cold weather hits, I can just stack on a whole bunch of shirts and sweaters on top of my abs. And because, I always do this. I always lean out whenever it gets cold. But then whenever it's hot, I'm always bulking, which is not a good rotation for the sexiness. I keep fucking that up. I got to fix it. Anyways. So that's been going on. Something else has been going on is I decided to play League of Legends and grind it one day. I think it was Sunday.
What does that mean?
What?
Grind it?
Grind it, like play it nonstop.
Oh.
So I said, you know what? I'm not going to edit. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to give myself some me time right now. So I'm going to try to have some fun. So I haven't played League of Legends like that in a very long time. So when I started playing it, I won 17 ranked games in a row, and I leveled up from bronze to silver, which is a big thing. So pat on the back for me. It happened. And the main reason it happened is because I turned chat off. And at many of those games, I wanted to call my teammates pathetic pieces of shit that should uninstall this fucking game. I wanted to tell my teammates, hey, stop playing ranked. Learn how to play in casual. Get the fuck out of ranked if you don't understand how your champion works. If you don't understand how to play the person you're playing, stop fucking going in ranked, right? There's so many times I wanted to do that. But luckily, I was also distracted by Vampire Diaries.
Oh my god.
Okay, because I had Vampire Diaries on one screen right next to me, and then I was playing. So I was like also focused. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother with that. So what ended up happening is I told myself, you know what? Just fucking get so good that you carry your team every fucking game, and that's exactly what happened. So 17 games straight, I won, and I leveled up to silver. So it's good. So what I've noticed is that in silver, there's a lot of less dumb fucks. But once you do get one dumb fuck, it's even worse. Because that one dumb fuck in silver is worse than a dumb fuck in bronze. Because now you need him to step up his shit. Because now you're playing with, I guess, bigger dogs or whatever. But yeah, other than that, nothing's really been going on. Nothing too exciting. It's COVID's fucking hitting. But other than that, it's like, damn, which really sucks too, because this podcast would be maybe like for as entertaining as people do find it, which, you know, thank you all of you. This podcast would be 10 times more entertaining if it wasn't for COVID. Imagine all the stories we could probably tell if it wasn't for COVID, the amount of energy that would be in this room, the different variety of people that would be with her just talking, just because why the fuck not? Because now when you do try to invite somebody, in the back of your head, you're thinking, I can't be having people on here like that. I don't know where they've been. So this podcast has to stay in a closed little circuit because it's not like I travel. The studio's here in my house, so it goes down here all the time. But yeah, that's what's been going on. You know, something that I really did want to talk about now that we're going to move on to topics is I feel like maybe I've just been one-sided with giving men excuses on their ability to cheat. Okay.
What you mean?
I've been giving men many excuses, and pretty much I've been putting up for us men on how easy it is for us to cheat, and I just blame it on stupidity, which is in most cases it is. But I also want to protect the women.
Okay.
Right? I want to give them excuses why they can cheat. Right? Because I've been giving men, like, as soon as cheating comes up, hey, men do it because they're stupid, not because they don't want to be with you, right? That's pretty much has been like my quote. Now, I want to say why, and the thing that sucks, we don't have a woman here, so we got to like really stick up for them. Why it's okay for women to cheat. Because it is okay for them to cheat, even though cheating is not okay.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not okay for anyone to cheat.
No, it's not, but it's okay for women to cheat. Right? What would be one of those reasons as to why it's okay for the woman to cheat? Can you imagine any reason why it's okay for a woman to cheat?
I don't think it's okay for either gender to cheat, but if a woman was to, like, if I was a woman, I'd cheat. Nah, I was gonna say I'd cheat if like he cheated first, right? But then that's just like a petty thing. But like in this situation, are we saying her cheating first?
Any reason to cheat?
Any reason to cheat, bro?
What would be a good reason?
This is tough because like we're dudes, you know, and I'm trying to put myself in the woman's head, and like
we got to be feminist for like 10 minutes.
The one thing that I can think of is if like there's not enough like emotional support, or if there, you know, in some situations dudes don't have a high sex drive like the woman does, you know.
and then that makes it valid for them to cheat.
Well, there's no real valid reason for anyone to cheat.
Let's give them a valid reason, is what I'm saying. Because I've given men so many valid reasons why they cheat, and it's okay. Hey, women, don't get your feelings hurt. Men cheat because we're stupid. Men cheat. It's unplanned. We don't go out and plan on it. So if we cheat on you, it's not because we don't like you. It's just we're stupid. So please don't leave us. Right? I that's what I always say. I want to stick up for women for once. So I think a woman is allowed to cheat if her man isn't applying in the relationship. She has to go and see if maybe there's another man that will apply. But then at that point, you can be like, so why don't you just leave the relationship?
Yeah,
why you gotta cheat, right?
Exactly.
Well, she has to try out the samples. Right? You're not going to give your full course meal up just because there's a sample right here to try out, right? You want to see if the sample is better than what you're eating right now. And if it is, guess what? You're going to go. So on top of that, what if she's in an abusive relationship?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah. If she's in an abusive relationship, and let's take it a step further, it's abusive because it's mentally abusive, right?
Yeah, and
so because it's mentally abusive, go on and cheat. Because guess what? He made you feel insignificant. He made you feel ugly. He made you feel unworthy. But it's still this thing that you can't leave him because it's like this toxic relationship that you just love him so much. And women a lot of times have a hard time leaving such a shitty motherfucker. They love themselves a shitty motherfucker, but they'll cheat.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like, I mean, honestly, yeah, bro.
That'll make it valid, right?
Yeah, because what the fuck? Why the fuck aren't you doing anything,
right,
to like be there for your girl? You know?
Yeah.
Or why are you abusing her mentally?
Yeah, like she's putting her down, but only because he's going through something, right? But that just didn't give him reason to
put my God,
that woman down, this right?
Psychologist.
So now she's gonna go out with her girls. And her girls, girl, we're going to get you some new dick. And they're going to get her some new dick, right? And then she cheats on them, right? But then at what point do you say, okay, maybe now you should have left him, right? Because that's what fucks me up. A man will cheat, but not because he wants to leave the relationship or the relationship is bad. The man will cheat because he's just horny and in the moment. Because if he thought the relationship was that bad, he would just leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A woman, I feel, if they think the relationship is that bad, they'll just cheat. But they'll still stay.
That's tough, huh?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They're loyal. Even though they cheat.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, this dude could be thinking this whole time, like, oh man, I got me a good girl or whatever. Whole time, he getting cheated on.
But you got to also add in my points, which is he's abusive to her mentally. And he might be thinking, yeah, I got her on lock. She does what I say. Yeah, maybe, yeah, in front of you. But guess what? Yeah, she's also going to suck dick on the weekend because you treat her so bad.
You know what? Nah, I probably shouldn't. Nah, it don't matter. So, yeah, bro, that is a valid reason. And I'm going to tell you why. All right. And... okay, so like I was in a similar situation in a sense where the girl, right, her man's was like a dickhead, but I met her because she was a waitress at a restaurant that I would go to with my friend, and so she would always, anytime we would go, she would like vent. I guess she didn't really have anyone to vent to, and so one day like we invited her like to hang out and shit, and then I mean one thing led to another, bro, and like. We smashed. Yeah, and like I'm thinking to myself right now, it's like, damn, I guess she did it because like he's a fucking dickhead. Like at least the way that she would present him.
Right.
He's a fucking dickhead.
Yeah. Did she end up leaving him after that?
Nah, dude. Actually, not right after me. But she did end up leaving.
Yeah, eventually, but not right after. Is what I'm saying. She so cheated. She chose to cheat right there in her mind. She chose to cheat.
Yo, and on some funny shit, she got back with him later on, like a year later or some shit. And then she ended up like deleting me off of like her socials.
She had to. They probably talked about it. She said, "Yeah, I cheated with Eddy," and he's like, "You better fucking take him off."
Maybe, bro.
Yeah, and that's my whole thing. It's so complicated when a woman cheats. It's not simple. There's so much that goes into it when a woman puts it into her head that the man that I'm with, I'm gonna cheat on him.
No, the thing is, I feel like it's probably not that difficult. It's just that us as men can't handle it. Like a woman could handle us cheating.
So it's difficult because we can't handle it.
Yeah, like we can't handle it.
No, yeah, we can't.
They can handle it because they're fucking strong and shit.
Yeah.
But we can't handle it because we fucking... You sucked his dick? You know? Like...
Oh, you mean like how we would react to them cheating on us?
Yeah.
Oh, let's save that. That's a whole other hour. That's a whole podcast just dedicated to how we would react and the shit that we would go through. So yeah. So the woman, once she puts it into her head, I'm cheating, you better fucking believe she's cheating. It's going to happen. It's not going to be hard for her to make it happen. It's going to be easy. And whoever's around causing enough comfort. Why the fuck was it so hard for me to say comfort? Whoever the fuck was around to cause her the most comfort is she's going to make him come. Because she was comfortable. I see what you did there. So, yeah. And then, okay, so she would cheat if the boyfriend or the husband was abusive to her mentally. Now, would she cheat if the boyfriend was also abusive physically?
Nah, I don't think so, bro. I feel like they'd be scared to do that shit.
Yo, they'd be scared to get out the house.
What the fuck?
That sucks, though.
That's horrible.
I don't know, men get abused too physically, but it's even worse. I think that the man that lets himself get abused physically by the woman is just a pussy.
Oh fuck, I gotta go. Nah,
yeah, because at that point, really, like, you weigh 2 times as much as she does. You're gonna let her fucking hit you and scratch you, and you're still gonna come back. You have some issues that you need to fucking deal with, because holy fuck, leave, fucker. Like, just call the cops, do something, man the fuck up, and leave. But when a woman gets abused physically, I'm like, oh, you poor thing. That sucks so bad. Like, I want to help you out. I'll get 5 of my friends and we'll gangbang them. We'll make
what? You'll what?
Gangbang them.
You'll gangbang him, bro?
Yeah, it's like when a group of people gather up and they punch and kick the other guy.
You mean jump him?
No, what? What's jumping?
Jumping is it's a bunch of dudes beating up one guy, bro. Gangbanging is a whole bukkake level type shit, bro.
Okay, so when you bang on something, say if I banged on this fridge. No. Let me finish. So say if I bang on this fridge, bang, right? A group of friends, you can call it, oh, that's my gang. And then we're going to beat this guy up. We're going to gang bang him. And then me and 4 other people, group of 5, we're the gang. And then we're going to bang him up, right? We're going to gang bang him.
Here, look, do me a favor, bro.
I'm not going to play jump bro with this fucker. Hopscotch.
Go to Google and type in gangbang.
Go to Google and type in gangbang?
Yeah.
I'll do it after the podcast. But yeah, you know, I'll gather up 4 of my other friends and we'll find this hoodlum that caused these marks on you, and we'll give him a good gangbanging.
It's crazy how, like, us as dudes, we're so quick. Like, if we feel some type of way, like if we have this carrying emotion to the girl, we're about to like do what we can to fuck up this dude who's being abusive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like quick to do it, because I remember talking to a girl and it was a similar situation, and she was talking to me right next to my homie, and my homie's like, he's about that life. And the first thing he said was like, you want to give us his address? Like, we'll go fuck him up. And I thought that was like hilarious, man, because he's like all about guns and shit.
And a lot of times we expect them to say yes, but like they are literally in love with the guy that hits them. So it's this submissive thing that they have in them, which is why I honestly, I've always said this, and I've said this for years. That's why women are like the most important, more precious thing that a man can possibly even get a hold of. Because it's like anything that happens to a woman, we just feel for them right away. If a man gets abused, we're like, well, fucking toughen up.
Toughen up, buttercup.
Yeah, like toughen up, move on. You could leave the situation. Like literally, like if let's say the girl that I'm seeing and she decides to start beating me up right out of nowhere, I can literally walk out that door. Good luck stopping me. I'm 6'2". You're not gonna fucking stop nothing, right? So I'm not about to get abused. Yeah, I got hit, but I'm not gonna let you abuse me. Just because I get hit doesn't mean I got abused. So before it becomes an abuse, I'm gonna walk out that door because I'm smart enough to leave the situation because I'm not gonna hit you back. No matter how hard you hit me, you can hit me with 100% of your force in my face. I'm gonna feel it. It might hurt for a little bit, but if I decide to hit you with 50% of my force, you're gonna need a new jaw. Okay, so I'm never gonna hit a girl back unless she's like really asking for it. Cause I'll slap a bitch. Like if ever it gets to that point, but
Pimp slap, like, oh.
No, front slap with palm, fucking boom, right in the face. All right. I'm a gentle bear, but I'm still a fucking bear. All right. Don't fucking no. Right. So I will leave the situation before it becomes that. Right. But a woman, if they are getting physically abused, they cannot leave. Even if the man is 5'5", they still cannot leave the situation. Even if they try, it is going to make it worse on them. So what they have to do is sit down, take the abuse. And that's really unfortunate because if they try to leave, the man might fucking
try to kill them,
frog splash them or something while they're trying to leave. It's like, well, they jump on him like a frog and then boom, pound him on the ground. You know, like a wrestling move, frog splash. Or the Death Star where they do a backflip and then they land on them fucking chest first. Anyways,
they're about to do some 619 type shit, bro.
Yeah, and then it always goes bad for them. But can you like I really want to get a guy and I want to hear his story, like a guy that has been, because there's a whole bunch of stories of guys getting physically abused by their significant other, their woman, right? And it happens. It definitely happens. But I want to hear like, oh, how did he get all those marks, right? And there's like, my girl beat me. She started hitting me with the belt. Nothing much I could do, because if I say something or if I do something, she'll say I hit her, which I get, right? And then I want to be like, well, why didn't you just leave? And then I want to hear them go,
because I love her.
Well, when she started hitting me, I didn't know what to do. And I was like, it sounds to me like you're fucking stupid. Period.
Bro, you better bring his self-esteem all the way to the ground.
If his woman beats on him, his self-esteem is already on the fucking ground.
And see, that's the thing. It's like a mental health thing, bro. It's like, you know how they say when certain girls act certain type of ways because they have daddy issues? What if it's like that, but for the guy?
I'll tell him, stop being a pussy. I'll tell a guy stop being a pussy because I'm a guy. So if that happens to me being a guy, I feel like I could relate in a bit just because we're guys, right? And I'll be like, stop being such a fucking little pussy and leave the situation. You can literally just leave the house. Why don't you? Because she keeps pulling on me. Well, you're fucking stronger than her, aren't you? Use your strength as a man and leave the situation. Because if the roles were reversed, a woman can only wish that they were stronger than the guy that's abusing them. So if I'm looking at a guy and they're getting abused by their girlfriend physically, I'll be like, look, you're just being a pussy. Because literally, if a woman was getting abused, they can only wish for half of your strength that you have physically so they can leave the situation. And that, like, truthfully, I feel like that's what I would say, regardless of how bad their story is and how bad they got abused. Or, yeah, she ran me over with the car. You should have left at that point. You should have definitely have left, because women can only wish that they could leave when they're getting physically abused. So that's why I always say that women are like a treasure. Like, you got to protect them.
And you know what's crazy as fuck too, bro? It's like some of these women are like powerful or like fucking majestic ass women, and they're in those situations and they're still like taking it. Like, for example, Tanya. You ever watch that shit?
No.
So she's this like super badass, tough ass Olympic skater. She eventually ended up leaving the dude, right? But like, she was like fucking good at what she did, but her mans would like beat the fuck out of her, and she would still stick around, even though she was like the hot shit. Like, outside of them, she was the hot shit, and she would still take his beatings.
Love is crazy, huh?
Yeah, bro. Love is blind.
Love is love is something else. Love will, the only thing, and I think this is the only thing that can make a king fall from his throne is another woman. A king will not get off his throne for another king, right? It's like, nah, we're going to war, right? But a woman, they can make a king and a whole kingdom fall easily. Like, the woman can manipulate the king like nothing. And that's why I have always felt women are like the most important things that are alive in existence.
Is their natural aura, bro. It's just what they bring to like you feeling shit. They just have a way with it.
Yeah. They should definitely bring back prostitution.
Bro, prostitution is here. What are you talking about?
Prostitution
it's just illegal.
Should become legal.
You know it's legal in Vegas?
Yeah.
And it's legal in Amsterdam.
It's legal in Vegas, but in Vegas, a lot of the main people that profit off of that are men.
Hell yeah, bro. They pimping out girls and shit.
Legally. Which sucks. There should and there needs to be a law that states the only person that can be a business owner of prostitution is a woman.
That's so un-American.
That is.
That's un-American as fuck. It's never going to happen here.
But what is American is, hey, Vegas, hey, look, we're going to let you have prostitution. But guess who's going to be the owners of all these prostitution businesses? Men. I know you're going to be the one fucking and sucking and spitting and swallowing and stroking hand jobs here and there and doing who the fuck knows what with all these kinky fetishes that other men are going to buy off of you. But at the end of the day, there's going to be a percentage that goes off of you swallowing nut juice. And it's going to go to the pockets of other filthy rich men.
In return, they get safety though, or they get protection. See, and that goes back to it. Like, a woman's not gonna protect herself like a dude would protect her.
In a business, you don't need protection. It's a business.
No.
In Vegas,
with that kind of shit though, like, there's gonna be some dude who's not gonna want to pay up. There's gonna be some dude who thinks he can beat the girl and dip out on the bill. Like, come on.
But the business owner is not gonna be the one that goes and protects her. It's gonna be a guy that they hire to protect her.
But it's still someone.
I'm talking about the business owner being a man. You can hire another man to protect her, cool. But I'm saying the business owner is still going to profit off the most.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's what I mean. It could be, a business owner could be the woman, and she could hire a man security for her. Who's protecting her? The business owner, which is a woman. But at the end of the day, who's going to profit off the most off of prostitution is another man. They should really fix it. Which, again, this is why I appreciate OnlyFans so much, because it's like, I know people hate on it and they say, if you have an OnlyFans, don't even fucking talk to me. You ain't wife material. First of all, listen, that's wife material because she's confident enough to jack off in front of the camera. On top of that, she's getting paid. She's getting paid to do that. She's her own boss because of her own body. That's some boss shit. First of all, if you can get a whole bunch of men to buy your shit and it's just you flicking your bean, that's all you got to do. And you make $10,000 a month minimum off of that. Now you want to wife that up because she's not literally fucking anybody. He's like, it's on camera. Why are you so fucking insecure about yourself? Let her fuck on camera, and then let it be you that fucks on camera. How secure are you? Show your dick out.
I think
let her suck it, and people will buy it.
I think it has to do with like the whole religious aspect of like people's thinking. Like, when I say religious, it's just think about it this way, right? A lot of religions are like, you should be for your partner, this and that, right? Like, y'all are the only ones who should be able to see each other in the private settings, right? Even though a lot of people aren't religious anymore, they grew up with that kind of like surrounding. So even if you're not religious, you're still thinking to yourself, I should be the only one who can see that.
What religion are we talking about?
Just in general, isn't that like a religious thing?
First of all, none of these prophets had hoes.
What?
None of them were married.
They were out here. They didn't get no pussy.
No. They didn't. There's no talks about the girthness of the great Jesus Christ. No, this motherfucker was there's nothing, right? So I think whenever they say this, they're just talking from a point of view. Well, first of all, the Bibles weren't written by the prophets. So whenever they talk about this, I feel like they're talking about this from a point of view of a guy that does not get pussy, even in their times.
Oh, maybe that's a valid point, because it's like the whole Adam and Eve shit. Like, yeah. So Adam and Eve, right? Think about this. Adam and Eve. The reason that we are where we are is because she ate the forbidden fruit, right? But the forbidden fruit actually is like supposed to be sex. So she had sex with the devil, because the devil was the one who tempted her to eat the forbidden fruit. She had sex with the devil, which fucked shit up, because she was only supposed to be for Adam.
And then she got pregnant. So we're like little devils. That all that could have been. I think that with the forbidden fruit was not really nothing. It was just a regular fucking apple. And God told his right hand man, "Hey, look, do me a favor, right? I gave these fuckers free will. So these are my 2 experiments. And I decided, you know how like you see like the crocodile? It's a fucking crocodile. It does what crocodiles do: swims, sleeps, shits. Nah, that's all it does, right? But I see these Adam and Eve. Yeah, I gave them free will. So do me a favor, right? I only give free will to angels and like all of my creations that I deem worthy, right? So do me a favor, please. Go to Earth, right? And can you just like test them? Give them a little test. So there's like this apple tree over there. Okay, we're gonna put in their heads that it's like the forbidden fruit, but it's a regular fucking apple tree, right? Tempt one of them, whichever one you choose. I just want to see if they're gonna eat the apple.
Imagine if it was Adam who ate the apple.
For all we know, maybe Adam did eat the apple, but he just didn't tell Eve. He cheated. He chose to keep it to himself. Yeah, because the devil's known for fucking men and women and enjoying sex, whichever way sex. Either way. So, you know, the devil, you know, Lucifer, as I like to call him, he was like, all right, cool, I got you, Pops. Don't worry about it. So he went down to Earth and he gave him a test. Because, you know, that's the guy that judges you is the devil at the end of the day. You're going to hell. Guess who's there to punish you? The devil, right? So, you know. So he's like, all right, here's the thing. There's this forbidden fruit, you know. Fuck my Pops. Eat, take a bite. Come on. You're going to like it. It's going to give you all this knowledge. You know, join my side. I'm rebelling. Oh, I'm such a teenager. So, like, come on, eat the apple. And then she eats it and is like, got you. How do you think God found out? Lucy told him, hey, Lucy, your fucking creations, you gave him free will. Guess what? You got to get him out of here. Yep.
Dude, just like
on to the next universe, Scott. You gave him free will, but you also kind of, you know, the wiring in their head isn't there to be majestic enough and noble. Sorry, let's go. And then God left. And then boom, Adam and Eve were out of the whole heavenly of the heavens of the world, and here we are.
Did you ever end up watching The Discovery?
What is that?
Movie about afterlife.
There's a movie about afterlife?
Yeah.
What about it?
So I know we talked a little bit about it with Ricardo. And you just made me think. So you said, go to the next Earth, right?
Right.
So in this movie, The Discovery,
right,
they find out that like your soul leaves you when you die. They don't know where it goes. And then eventually they make a machine where they're able to see what happens when you die. And it's like a whole different Earth in the sense that like it's a whole different timeline in a I don't even know if it's a different dimension, but it's like if it's like you live your life again but differently because of a fuck up that you did in your previous life, and it's just continuous.
I see. That's a good theory. Another theory of mine would be that we're all actually pieces of God. It's just once we die, we go back into one body, which is God. And that's why God is all-knowing.
Oh.
We are God. The whole thing is God, they say God made us in his creation. Right? God made us in his creation. So, since we're in the creation of God's image and then we die and our spirits all just forms back into God, and then God has more knowledge, and that's why God is noble, that's why God is this and that, righteous, evil, but good at the same time. Because guess what humans are able to be? We're able to be good, we're able to be evil, we're able to have sympathy, we're able to have vengeance, we're able to have resentment, and then at the end of the day, we're all still good. Everything that has ever been done was for the purpose of what somebody thought was good. Never because they specifically thought it was for the purpose of bad.
That's crazy, bro. That's a crazy ass thing to say because for real, right? Like Hitler thought what he was doing was good, right?
Yeah, he did.
Like all these motherfuckers think what they're doing is the right thing to do.
His soldiers thought what Hitler was doing was good. Everybody that helped out Hitler could have thought what he was doing was good. But for his whole reasoning for him to kill specifically Jews, I feel like it's still not understood. They're saying because, because for what?
What you mean?
His whole reasoning to kill Jews is still not fully understood. Like, who really goes to this point where they're like, all right, we got to gather up all the Jews and kill them? For what's the reason? And then the whole point is one man really told everybody kill Jews and everybody was all about it. Who the fuck? What? On top of that, how the fuck are you gonna know somebody's Jewish like that?
Dead ass.
They look like white people.
I wonder.
And it happened in Germany.
Yeah, dude.
They all look the same.
I wonder how the fuck like that shit went down. Like, how did this motherfucker actually convince all these people to like, really think how he thinks? He must have been a smooth ass talker, bro. I bet you he was pulling all the hoes, bro.
What?
Like
pulling all the hoes? Okay, no,
bro. He was a smooth ass talker for him to be able to.
But pulling all the hoes.
Well, you know what I mean, bro. Like he was smooth as fuck. He could do whatever the fuck he wanted at that point. And then aside from that too, like no, for real. Like because from the outside looking in, it's like what the fuck. But everyone in there was down with it.
They're like, oh, you want me to out my neighbor who's a Jew? Oh, whatever. All right, cool. Yeah, I've had lunch. All right, cool for you. You Hitler. Anything for you.
You saw they're doing like reparations right now of like $600 million or some shit.
What is that?
Germany is paying like former Holocaust families or families that were affected and shit, people that were affected by it, up to $600 million overall or some shit.
Well, it's a good thing. Most of the Jews run the world anyways. So that $600 million is like pocket change for them. But I guess that's good. But $600 million, that's like a slap in the face. It's like, okay, $600 million, you literally fucking tortured us in gas chambers. And the reasoning behind all this, I feel like it's still not explained as to why he was doing what he was doing. I'm sure there has to be some sort of paper or some sort of work or some sort of history work or some sort of diary, journal, something that would just give an explanation as to why he dove in and that's then like, well, his mom, when she was about to die, the doctor was a Jewish man and the Jewish man couldn't save the mom. So ever since then,
this is some shit.
And then it's like he himself was also part Jewish. He comes from a bloodline that if you follow his bloodline, he was also Jewish himself somehow. And then it's like, okay, so what is his reasoning behind him wanting? And the whole thing is that he wanted to get rid of the Jews all over the world. He just wanted to get rid of all the Jews that he could. So he almost ruled half of the world, right? And this didn't happen that long ago. It happened maybe like what, 200-300 years?
No, less.
Less? Where
it was
one
in
man,
the 1940s or 50s.
One man, really?
Yeah.
Can you believe that one man? The last man that almost ruled half of the world was in the 1940s. And I feel like, they're saying like, they say that the winner writes the history, right? Because they're the winner, right? What is the real reason him wanting to kill all the Jews?
You think he was bullied as a kid by a Jewish guy?
That would never give nobody a lot, especially for us, because he himself was a genius for him to do what he was able to do. Like no dumb fuck is going to be able to do what he did, right? To the point you can't. He is an evil fucking motherfucker, evil scumbag. In the history, he will go down in line as one of the most evil, foul humans who have ever existed, ever, right? But you cannot say he was stupid. Because then what does that tell you about the half of the world that he almost ruled?
Right?
If he's stupid, what about the fucking people that were underneath him, which is literally almost half of the world was under his control. So he cannot be stupid. It takes some sort of genius of human understanding that is on a whole nother fucking level for him to do what he did. To be able to be such a fucking good talker that the neighbors were outing the Jews because, hey, I want to see him win. So if you Jews have to die, you're going to die. But what is the specific reason of him hating Jewish people so much that he wants to exterminate them? He could have just kicked them out and be like, get the fuck out of here. No, he specifically wanted a gas chamber. He wanted to kill them and get rid of all of them. Yet to this day, I feel there's no real explanation as to why he specifically wanted to do that. And on top of that, there's a whole bunch of pictures that the only people that he fucked with was blonde-haired, blue-eyed soldiers. That is so fucking not true. There's pictures of Asians that were in his army, Africans that were in his army. There's a whole diversity of people that fell in line with him so he can lead them.
You know, and the crazy thing too, so I just looked it up. It was 1933 when it started. It ended in the 1940s or some shit. But the crazy thing about it too is like they, of course, they didn't have the communication methods that we had. So it's not like he was spreading this message and it was spreading quick. It was like he was slowly dominating these territories.
Word of mouth, his greatness spread out. But you got to understand, it's like, how the fuck did that happen?
Is he, you know what his religion is, dude? Like, is he Christian or something? What is he? I don't know. Like, what if he was just like some crazy ass extremist and just didn't agree what they were agreeing with or what they thought, what they believed in?
Yeah. And also, like, the United States is known to say this person's evil, but then blow it out of proportion.
No, but I mean, killing Jews is pretty evil.
It is, but it's war. It's war. The United States has done much. The United States dropped 2 nuclear bombs.
Hiroshima.
On people who had nothing to do with the war.
Some fucked up shit.
For all we know, the United States could have killed way more people in those nuclear bombs than whatever fucking
the Holocaust.
Killed. Yeah. No, like, seriously. Can you imagine the United States being like, you know, we understand Hitler was kind of bad, but what we're going to do is we're going to drop a nuclear bomb on a city that has absolutely nothing to do with the war. But that's just to show you our power. Can you imagine that nobody of power in the United States at that time had the idea of, okay, what if we just drop it like on a mountain that's next to that city? You know,
scare them, punk them out.
Because that will definitely, like, it would literally destroy the entire mountain. That's really scary to look at. Like, that is some scary shit, right, guys?
So do something, pussy.
No, let's drop it on the city instead. It's like, I think at that point, that is just evil. I feel like they did that to purposely see what it would have on human effects.
Who was the president at that time? You think he fucking felt bad later on, or you think he didn't go?
No, because whatever he did actually stopped the war. I'm sure he did have some sort of like guilt towards it, but what he did in his mind was to further greater good. You know, again, something really evil that was done in our eyes, but it was all done because somebody else looked at that as, we need to do this for the greater good.
So like when it comes to that shit, bro, do you think like when it's time, whenever you die, we all think what you did is really bad, but in your eyes, you thought it was really good. So do you go to heaven or to hell because you thought it was really good?
Who knows?
Right?
Let's ask. You got a Ouija board? Let's buy one. So, and then with that right there, right, it's like United States dropped 2 nuclear bombs and Hitler did his Holocaust. So who's really the evil person? Oh, they're both evil, but, you know, at the end of the day, it was all done for good in their eyes. United States did that. Slavery. There was a good reason behind it. It was just evil as fuck. Free work, free labor. A lot of the railroads built on slavery. A lot of the buildings that are still to this day, slavery. A lot of the prosperity that the United States had in its early days is due to slavery. All that manpower that the United States had, they had slaves do it. In those days, you see a brand new house. They didn't build that. Guess who built it? The slaves. Guess who was out there? The slaves. But did they do that because they wanted to have an evil heart? No, they did that because in their heart they were doing good. They were building a school for their kids. But guess who built that school? The slaves did.
It's crazy how far back that goes to. I remember being in Cancun and like they were teaching us about the Mayans and shit. And they were teaching us about how like they would fight other tribes and whoever would lose would become the slaves of the winner. And it's like,
what?
Yeah. So whenever we went to go visit, what's it called? Is it Chichen Itza? And the guy was telling us.
Oh, you're talking about slaves.
Yeah.
Oh, I was on a different topic, but all right.
Well, I mean, you were saying because it's for good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. It's like crazy how far back that goes, dude.
What, for good?
No, like them thinking fucked up shit for good, you know?
What does that have to do with for good?
Because I'm guessing that they thought that shit was for good, right? They would beat up motherfuckers or whatever, kill dudes. You lost, you're our slaves. Now this is for the good of society that you're our slaves. Like,
yeah, it's like, you know, it's like if I tell myself, you know, I'm gonna go rob this bank for $1 million, but it's for good. It's
Robin Hood type shit.
It's for good. No, I'm keeping it, but it's for the greater good of me. But it's everybody does something for good, even though as evil as it is. But yeah, it's so fucked up. And then like the person that wins usually is the most evil, because you got to think about the most evil, right? Like the evilest of the evil is the United States. By now, people should be well aware of how evil, like truthfully evil, the United States is. It's like the United States has had slavery, right? And it hasn't even been fucking 200 years since slavery. The United States has had slavery. The United States nuked 2 cities that had nothing to do with the war. The United States have meddled in other countries and killed their world leaders and left it to fucking rot and shit. The United States has done a lot of evil, but it's for the greater good of us. Look at us. This is the fucking best place that you can possibly want to live in.
Greatest country in the world.
Yeah. Well, and they are going to make sure that there is none greater. Because if one does look like it's getting greater, guess who's gonna go in there and be like, y'all need a democracy? Bow, bow, bow. Hey guys, I know this way of life seems good, but guess what? You guys need a democracy and we're here to help you out. You're welcome. Thank me later. We're going to kill your world leader because first of all, he's really fucking evil. And we're going to take his gold that he has stored in his banks. And then after that, we're going to change some things up. And then you're going to accumulate a whole bunch of slaves in here. And then that's when we're going to leave. You're welcome. So yeah, it's always been like that. All right. Now, do you think that it's fair for a guy to put on the fake beard? Or is that misleading?
What do you mean the fake beard?
You know how they paint their beard, their barber, if they ask for it, they could darken up their beard.
Oh, yeah.
And then they darken up their edge up and everything. Is that fair?
Is it fair? I mean, yeah, why not? Fuck it. What's wrong with it? It looks real.
But yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be the end of the podcast. That's the Menso Más Mar podcast, episode 26. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and bye-bye.
Adios.